10, is Minecraft really all just one big metaphor for substance abuse? One YouTuber Rolly seems to think so. To the untrained eye, Minecraft appears to be a game all about building stuff and running away from monsters at night. Of course, you can play it without that unless you turn on survival mode. Rolly, however, puts forth the question, what if the mobs and monsters represent our internal struggle with mental health? The mobs are the people who don't understand us and overwhelm us. Skeletons, like skeletons in the closet, are the mistakes we've made and the things we are afraid of confronting within ourselves. Then on top of all this is the symbology of drug addiction, being that the Ender Dragon is the drug and the pursuit of the Nether is the endless pursuit of a fix. Coming in at number 9, this one is definitely the creepiest out of the bunch because this one has to do with, you guessed it, creepers. The pesky, silent but deadly mob who tries to ruin your Minecraft life every chance they get. But did you know that they might have actually started out as pigs? Markus Persson was apparently messing around with the Minecraft pig model and botched it by making them tall and thin. There was something endearing about this strange new creeper, so instead of getting rid of it, he made it into one of his most memorable creations. Fans of the game now consider the creepers a new kind of pig, an exploding one. Sure, why not? Coming in at number 8, the Black Star Theory. The Black Star Theory is another add-on to the is Minecraft an apocalyptic world theory. We all know that our sun is set to expire in about 5 billion years. YouTuber Spoomac presented the idea that Minecraft is actually set in the world that survived the explosion, and it may explain why there is a dense rocky layer only a few feet beneath the soil. The theory goes that the humans sacrificed their Earth to make a new sun and then terraformed the dead sun and brought any life that survived to their new home. Scientifically, I mean, is it even possible to terraform a dead star? I don't know. I mean, anything is possible in Minecraft. Arriving at number 7. This next one feels very Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy of Minecraft, kind of. A lot of people debate the ending of the game as to what it really means. Many align with the belief that the ending is a polite way of telling people to get off the screens after they've been playing for days and back to real life now that they've finished the game. But this one is a little more warm and fuzzy. During the 10 minutes of the script exchange at the end, two godlike figures go back and forth discussing you as the character Steve. But Matt Pat from The Game Theorist suggests that during this moment, the gods are actually trying to remind you of the power and importance you have in your own life. Whether you're running around, just building and collecting, or fighting the Ender Dragon, what you do is important and your living experience is valuable. He argues that Minecraft is about reminding the character and the player that they have agency over their own lives and that you can bring your own imagination to life. Coming in at number 6, is it all a dream? While this may be true for you if you've ever had a Minecraft-style dream from playing all the Minecraft, many think the game is all built around a dreamscape. When you're playing in creative mode, that's a lucid dream, where you control and decide where you go. And then, of course, survival mode is a nightmare. One Reddit user speculated 7 years ago that some of the ambient noises are sounds from the outside world, specifically noting sounds similar to trains passing. But of course, the most obvious finger pointing at this theory is the final line of the poem at the end, "Wake up." This theory actually sounds pretty convincing, but it has about the same allure as a plot twist device in a movie that's building up to something more, but then it's like, oh wait guys, it was all a dream. It's kind of a cop-out. I hope it's a little more complicated than that, but at the same time, it's pretty beautiful too. Coming in at number 5. With so much happening in Minecraft all the time, there's no wonder people have questions about the origin of this world. Somehow Steve ended up where he is, and gosh darn it, people want to know. The Great Pigman Testificate War is another theory. The story on Reddit goes as follows, and I quote, "Long ago, there were two great empires that inhabited the Minecraft land, the Pigman and the Testificates, and as you may have already figured out, they were at war." End quote. The Pigmen then moved underground, but the Testificates found them and released a zombie plague on them, which eventually brought the Pigmen to ruin. Now, the Testificates use iron golems to fight for them as they are old and ancient. Is this any crazier than the ones we've heard before it? Not really, but it does go to show how weird and wonderful Minecraft is that a theory like this exists. Coming in at number 4, is Steve really the good guy? Is he? What if this entire time you were actually playing the role of the villain, and that the creepers were the heroes the entire time? Well, Reddit user Turpin Rex seems to think so. 6 years ago, their child proposed the theory that the creepers are actually trying to save their world from Steve. who keeps destroying it. He's chopping down trees, he's hacking at the land, he's killing them, and all the creepers want to do is stop the madness once for all. However, another Reddit user claps back at this theory by saying that even when he's doing nothing, the creepers still go for him. So this must not be the case. Still, by now, the creepers aren't too impressed with Steve, whether he's moving or not, so could this theory be another way of looking at things? Maybe. Coming in at number 3 is Herobrine real. Minecraft is a really easy game to get sucked into, and you can play for hours. Sometimes, those tired eyes play tricks on you. Or do they? What started out as a phenomenon on Creepypasta blew up. One Minecraft player reported seeing a second Steve in single player mode, except his eyes were empty. Anyways, if you can, they were. And he appeared in a mist. Soon people leapt onto the conspiracy, photoshopping this fake Steve into pictures and then reacting in videos to spark further controversy. Even though game developers have confirmed that Herobrine doesn't exist, conspiracists still clutch onto the theory, adding that perhaps the game has an alternative universe where fake Steve is still alive. Coming in, spiraling at number 2 is Minecraft in a post-apocalyptic world. We dealt with this before, but here's another theory. Who is Steve? Why is no one else alive? Why are there monsters everywhere? What is going on? These are all the questions that Minecraft followers are plagued with every day, and some say they have answers. One is that Minecraft is set in a post-apocalyptic world that was left destroyed after an invasion from the Ender Dragon. After portals to magical worlds were discovered, before the invasion could be completed, a plague swept across, turning everyone into zombies. An extension of this theory is that the people who once used to roam this land were called Endermen, advanced builders who were capable of creating flying boats, like in the End Cities. Steve is the only one left, he thinks he is, and it's up to him to kill the Ender Dragon. But some players have other ideas and counter this theory by saying, why aren't there fossils when they dig? Fair point. Fair point. But still. And lastly, coming in at number 1, is Minecraft the Garden of Eden. It is, of course, a beautiful, blissful land free of the pains of humanity if you're in creative mode. I know what you're thinking, but Rachel, there are monsters everywhere. Well, gamers have an answer for that too. Each monster apparently represents something from the Bible, i.e., the Nether is hell, the Ender Dragon is Satan, and the other monsters are demons ready to take your soul or tempt you to the dark side, away from the Lord. However, the theory doesn't extend past ideas of Christianity, and not just stated that he is an atheist. So, I guess, why would he even?
Number 10, the dead sun theory. So where does this wonderful world of Minecraft take place? Did it start when block-shaped mommy and block-shaped daddy loved each other and then they started smashing their bricks together? Smashing bricks should for sure be an expression for when Minecraft characters bone. Well, the internet has told me different. Some people yelling into the online void about Minecraft say it takes place on a burnt out sun. The theory states that people who used to live on the original Earth saw that the sun was dying out, so they packed up all their pickaxes, jumped onto a spaceship, and then flew away to the dying sun while simultaneously blowing up their planet so it created a new star. I'm pretty sure that's not how a star is born. A star is born by releasing the song Just Dance and then climbing your way all the way up to an Oscar. But this would be the reason why there's all sorts of weird monsters lying around, right? Because there's monsters on the sun now, I guess. I'm gonna stop asking questions. I'm just gonna go play the game, I guess. Number 9, the post-apocalyptic theory. Another theory trying to explain why the world of Minecraft is the way that it is. This theory suggests that the world used to be teeming with life, block people falling in love with each other all over the place. In this pre-apocalyptic world, they used magic frequently, and they were able to use magic to open up portals to other dimensions, one of them being the Nether. From the pictures, I'm guessing the Nether is a bad place. It kind of looks like the place where hemorrhoids come from. Well, they found so many hemorrhoids in the Nether that the good people of Minecraft banned the use of magic. But it wasn't before the big bad Ender Dragon tried to invade. This didn't work, but it did cause a plague that turned everyone into zombies and made spiders big enough for people to ride. Huge bummer, man. Number 8. What the hell is the Nether? If you're a Minecraft expert like the 10-year-old kid who wouldn't shut up when I was sitting in the waiting room at the dentist the other day, I hope they wire him shut for good. Then you know that the Nether can be accessed by using obsidian blocks to create a portal. Once you walk through the portal, you end up in a fiery world that looks like the inside of a YouTuber's butthole after after they do the Ghost Chili Pepper Challenge. It's covered with fire and brimstone and has dead creatures running all over it. Well, most people understand this place to be Minecraft's version of hell. Why would you want to go to hell prematurely? I'm sure many of you are gonna make it there in 60 years with just a little hard work. Well, the reason you want to go there is so you can get a bunch of stuff to craft new material. That's why we're here, right? We're addicted to the craft. We just want one more hit of craft. Number 7, Herobrine. I want to remind you that I've never played Minecraft, so from what I understand is that when you're playing Minecraft single player mode, you're basically stuck in the world by yourself except for some pigs, sheep, and villagers. Well, someone apparently ran into another character that looks exactly like a mirror image of the character you play in Minecraft, Steve, except he had hollow glowing eyes. That's always a good sign when you run into a doppelganger and they have glowing eyes. Well, there's a lot of debate on this one. Most people say that it's not real at all, that there's not even a code for him. But some die-hard Herobrine truthists won't let it go and they swear that he is real. Number 6. Minecraft is purgatory. Minecraft is a world where you're forced to search and craft stuff while also fighting off strange monsters. And if you ever die, you're brought back to life and forced to continue the journey. Well, forced is a little bit of a strong word. I don't think there's some poor teen out there who's being forced to craft things or get shoved into a wood chipper Fargo style. But that's the loop. And why is that the loop? Well, the point is to get to the Nether, so you can get some demonic eyes and open up a portal to the Ender Dragon, who created everything and could be God. You then kill the Ender Dragon and then I'm guessing you become God? I'm not sure how that works. But it does make sense. If the Ender Dragon is God and the Nether is hell, then the world that you craft things on would be purgatory between those two worlds. I have to admit, this list is getting me very interested in playing Minecraft. Write in the comments how many hours it would take for me to go from beginning to killing the Ender Dragon. Number 5. The Ender Dragon is Satan. Rolling off the last one, if the Ender Dragon isn't God, he could be Satan. I mean, he does have horns and scaly skin, he's pretty much already there. Also, is the Ender Dragon a he or a she? I don't know. Are they a they? I don't know how to address dragons. Whatever the pronouns are for a dragon, it is all powerful and it seems to be the end goal for Minecraft. Well, the basic single player Minecraft. I mean, there has to be way more stuff than just fighting the dragon. The game has been thriving for 10 years. It would make sense that the Ender Dragon is the devil. The only way you can get to him is by going through hell and getting the eyes of demons. You need to use those eyes to open up a portal to go fight him in what I assume is double hell. Like if you need a portal to go through hell to go to another area that's like hell deluxe, like hell with the regular features but a premium suite. This further backs up the theory that Minecraft could all take place in purgatory. It just changes the motivation of digging up those blocks a little bit. Number 4. Soul Sand. If you're skilled enough to get the obsidian blocks and go into the Nether, you might come across Soul Sand. And Soul Sand isn't some desert themed R&B band from the 90s. Although if they were, I bet they would wear parachute pants and vests and that's it. But it's a type of sand that only exists in the Nether. And what's creepy about it is that it seems to have faces stuck in the sand. Like the sand itself is made out of people. I wonder if Microsoft came out with a high-def version of this game. You could see all the textures and be able to see the pain coming out of the people's faces. Like when you look back at your divorced parents' wedding photos and you're like, wow, they really never loved each other. If you walk over the soul sand, you'll sink in a little bit. People think that's because the souls in there are trapped and trying to steal your body. Either that or it's just quicksand. Number 3. Creepers are pigs. Well, this one is actually true. Well, it's half true. The pigs don't go kaioken and then try to turn into creepers or transform into unrecognizable monsters like me after 11 beers. But they were made by the creator Notch when he was playing around with the pig model. He was probably trying to turn the pig into something that looked like a swastika but settled for a creeper. There are also theories on the internet that the creepers are an evolution of pigs. The reason that they attack you is because they're fighting for the same area to live in. Basically old school war, like when you would fight over land in turmeric. Minecraft is all a big metaphor for mental health. All of you at home remember it's important to take care of your brain and feel good. Get some sunlight, work out, eat a bunch of healthy food, all those things help. And Minecraft might be a metaphor for what it's like when dealing with your emotions gets very tough. You have skeletons in your closet and maybe you gotta go clean them out. The zombies are people who don't understand you and only seem like they're there to attack you. And the creepers are depression. They sneak up on you and then explode. And the Ender Dragon represents you facing your inner demons. You literally need to go through hell to face them. And number 1 on our list is Disc 11 and Disc 13. So in the world of Minecraft, you might come across some discs with some weird music on them. Most of them have some pretty dope bangers on them, except for Disc 11 and Disc 13. Both of them are creepy as hell. One of them sounds like someone running away from something and then digging. It must be an extra track from one of the R. Kelly albums. And the other sounds like an alien trying to talk to us. Both of them give me a lot of feelings of nope, no thanks, I don't need any more of that. Whatever creepy stories behind these songs, I'm good. I don't need to know. But some people think that both these tracks are people being tortured by some of the creatures in the Minecraft world. I'm gonna go back to playing Dota Auto Chess. I think I'm good on Minecraft.
As we jump right into our number 10, which is being killed by a ghast. The ghast is a huge floating mob that hangs out in the nether. They look pretty cute, right? Yeah, until they start spewing out fireballs from up to 100 blocks away. But you know what's worse than being fireballed in the living hell that is the nether? The noise that the ghasts make. Seriously, when you hear this, you know it's about to go down. A close range attack is the 4th strongest in the game and probably kill thousands of players a day. Yeah, not so cute now, are they? Didn't think so. Well, anyway guys, we started off with a bang, so let's jump right into our number 9, which is TNT. When players find out they can actually make TNT in the game, they're usually like, oh wow, cool. So they grab their gunpowder and sand, run over to their crafting table and make themselves some TNT. But it can really be as dangerous as the real thing. The safe thing to do is to use a redstone trail and do it from a safe distance, but most new players don't know that and they end up right clicking on it. Before they know it, it's flashing white and they've blown their brains out all over the walls of their new log cabin. I say that from personal experience. Also another personal experience is drowning. I'm sure a lot of you guys who have played Minecraft know what I'm talking about, and that's why it's at number 8. If you walk out into the sea and dive down for too long, your little air bubbles drop down and eventually your heart too, until you're dead. So just stay out of the water, right? It's not that simple, because sometimes water won't stay out of you. Sometimes you'll be minding your own business, hacking away at a block above you in some cavern, and bam! Water comes pouring down on top of you and you're dead. It can also push you into all kinds of danger. One time I got pushed off a cliff by water. Screw you, water. Minecraft has made me hate water, but you know what? At least it doesn't destroy stuff, because that's exactly what lava does, and that's why it's at number 7. Lava likes to stay generally out of your way in caverns way below the ground, but unlike water, it sets you on fire if you touch it and will kill you in seconds if you fall into it. With such a deadly substance, it's not surprising that it kills so many new players. The most frustrating way to die to lava is when you're mining the block below you and it turns out there's a lava pool right below. Never mine directly below you guys. It's probably my number 1 piece of advice to not get yourself killed in Minecraft. Alright guys, one thing you have in common with your Minecraft character is that you both need to breathe, which is why suffocating is our number 6. Having your head stuck in sand or gravel is usually the most common way to suffocate in the game. Many brave souls have died by accidentally digging into a lake, and if the water doesn't kill you, you'll choke on sand. Other ways to suffocate include riding your horse into a 2-block space or standing on top of a sapling as it grows into a tree, because you'll suddenly find yourself inside of a tree where, shockingly, you can't breathe. So as you can see, that's where the similarities between you and your Minecraft character tend to end, because you're unlikely to choke to death standing on a small tree or riding a horse. But the sand thing, that will suffocate you in real life, so don't breathe sand guys. You also shouldn't eat sand, no matter how hungry you get in the game, even if you're starving, which is at number 5. There are lots of things to eat in Minecraft: bread, chicken, watermelons, and even pumpkin pie to satisfy your hunger in the game, but be careful, because if you don't, your hunger's gonna bite back. If your hunger bar reaches 0, you'll start to lose health at a rate of half a heart every 4 seconds. This isn't a huge deal if you're in your house, because you can just open up that chest of cakes you've been hoarding, but a lot of players die when they're out on an adventure. When there's so many diamonds to mine and so little time, it's easy to forget to bring food with you. And no guys, don't try and eat the diamonds either. I tried that when I was desperate. Didn't go too well. Although diamond weapons can be great in fighting off undead monsters in Minecraft, and they're at number 4. There's a lot of aggressive undead out there, like the zombie who will claw at you and the skeletal archer who will fill you with arrows. It's a cold, cruel world out there guys. Even the spiders will kill you if they're in the mood. Now the best way to avoid the undead is during the daytime, because they hate the sunlight.
When it's nighttime, you run, you build something and run.
Although I feel like eventually even the daytime won't be safe in this game anymore. I'm looking at you pigs. I haven't trusted a pig since day 1. If you guys have managed to survive everything on our list so far, then don't trip over and fall to your death, because that's our number 3. Your character might be made out of pixels, but even pixels can get hurt if they fall far enough. This can be done by natural or unnatural means. You might be tempted to climb that huge mountain near to where you spawned. Everybody loves a good view, right? Just make sure you keep an eye on the blocks at the top, because one wrong move and you'll be enjoying the view of the death screen. When I play the game, I tend to die a lot from falling off my roof. There's nothing more embarrassing than dying as you're trying to finish off a chimney. Speaking of chimneys, you guys might want to build a fire in your house, but be careful because it is a lethal force in the game, and that's why it's at number 2. In the natural world of Minecraft, fire can be caused when lava or lightning touches something flammable, but you're much more likely to see it if you make it yourself using some good old flint and steel. But be careful, because once you spark up a fire, it can be very hard to control. If you set fire to a tree, then pretty soon the whole forest will be ablaze, and so will you. Many players die when they set their own house on fire, which is doubly bad because you kill yourself and you have no home to go back to. I speak from experience this one. I once spent an hour building a nice little brick fireplace in my house, only to make the back panel out of wood. Yeah, it caught fire, so did my house, and so did I. You live and learn. Or you die and learn. Either way guys, we've covered a lot of different ways to die in Minecraft, from TNT to drowning and even suffocating on sand, but all of that looks like a walk in the park compared to our number 1, which is dying to the Ender Dragon. It's simple really. Collect 12 Ender Pearls, craft them into Eyes of Ender, locate an end portal and activate it. Why? So that you can enter a dimension called the End and die to the massive dragon that lives there, the Ender Dragon. Be warned, this thing will destroy you if you don't come prepared. Many players have died to the Ender Dragon because they simply haven't done their research or their gear sucks. Both of these will get you killed. Its flame breath can destroy almost anything in the game, and it has a ton of health. Even if you do survive long enough to chunk it down, it can heal off nearby ender crystals until you destroy them. If you do manage to kill it guys, the rewards can be pretty sweet, but for a lot of players out there, it's just an elaborate form of suicide. It feasts on the souls of thousands of noobs every day, and that's why it's our number 1.